Hello, friends. Welcome back to Turn a Stone Tarot. Today's reading is a look ahead at the next 12 months in your career life. So, looking ahead at the next year in your career. Today's reading was a special request by one of my viewers, but of course, this reading is meant for everyone who feels drawn to it. So, feel free to choose one of the groups here and participate in this reading. If you happen to have any special requests for topics that you would like me to cover, please feel free to drop those in the comment box down below. I'm happy to take requests for topics that you'd like me to address in readings. Today's reading will take a look at some specific messages about your particular career, any events that are anticipated for your career over the next 12 months, and some advice from Spirit for your career in the next 12 months. So I'm looking forward to sharing these readings with you. As I said, I have divided this reading into 3 groups, so please choose one of the 3 piles here for your group. Pile 1 is the black and white feather, pile 2 is the brown and white feather, and pile 3 is the white feather. Timestamps are in the description box below. Please click ahead to your group, and I will see you in your chosen reading. Hello, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. This is your year ahead in career. Let's get into your cards and talk about what you can look forward to in terms of career for the next 12 months. So the first card that you were drawn to here is the feather of the nuthatch. And nuthatch says, stay grounded and welcome the new knowledge and perspective coming to you. So the nuthatch is an interesting bird. It actually moves in kind of a zigzag pattern when it moves along a branch or on the ground. So you may be doing a kind of a zigzag in terms of your career. That is something that came up for me. It's also a bird that really likes to plan ahead, like it stores seeds in its mouth, which is where it gets the name nuthatch. So you may be somebody who's very practical, who likes to plan ahead. You may be planning ahead in terms of your career. Maybe you've got a career move on the horizon. It's also a very innovative bird. So you might be thinking about making a career move that's maybe a little unconventional, just, something completely different. Lots of possibilities here with the nuthatch, but a lovely, friendly bird. And then let's look at your first card here. You got the 3 of Cups, which to me is, a very friendly, joyous card, the card of a lot of fun and celebration. So I think you're going to have things to celebrate in the next 12 months in your career here with the 3 of Cups coming out for you. I also got a few other things with this card too. There's a lot of indicators of the law in this reading. So some of you may be lawyers. The 3 of Cups can be a card of third-party situations, which also, makes me think of mediators, lawyers, people who act as a third party. So legal professions may be relevant for some of you watching this. As I look in your first row here, I asked Spirit to tell me a little bit about your career, and they showed me the 2 of Wands and the 9 of Swords. So with this combination here, together with the 3 of Cups, I'm getting the sense of you helping people with maybe fears, anxieties, helping them to realize their dreams, helping them to realize their plans, helping them to, for some of you, to relocate. That's coming through as well. I'm even getting physical therapy for some of you with these hoops. I don't know why that's coming through so strongly, but that's something that I heard. Physical therapist, so you may be helping people move beyond, their limitations about what their body can do, so that they can start to gain new skills in terms of movement and mobility. But for many of you, this is very much an advisor role, a counselor role, a therapist role, a legal advocate kind of role, where you work with people to help them get through basically their mental blocks here with the 9 of Swords card. Of course, this can be other kinds of blocks as well. Maybe there are steps they need to take or processes they need to follow and there are roadblocks in the way. You might be helping them practically with those kinds of roadblocks. But ultimately, this helps to ease people's minds, helps to get them through difficult situations, helps them to deal with, the more difficult emotions that arise from whatever circumstances, whether it's a legal proceeding, a government proceeding, family dynamics was even coming through here in this Three of Cups card. Maybe you help people navigate difficult family dynamics. All of those things are coming through here. You may be contemplating a career in this area too. That may be applicable for some of you. This reading will apply differently depending on who's watching, but for some of you, this may be a career that you're just entering into or considering entering into. With the Judgment and the Five of Swords card coming in, this was regarding the events of the coming 12 months for you in your career. And I do see you leaving something behind here with the Five of Swords. There's this shadowy figure in the background. I think there's been a disagreement of some kind. This disagreement may have already occurred, especially with the shadowy person there. I'm getting it's, maybe somebody in the past. That has left you with a sense that you kind of maybe don't want to be in your current workplace anymore, or you don't want to be doing the kinds of work that you do for much longer. I think you're having a sense of wanting to walk away from something here with the Five of Swords. And with the Judgment card, I think there's good news for you regarding this. The Judgment card can represent new opportunities showing up for you. For some of you, I'm getting a celebration, and with the Three of Cups too, some of you could be getting a new job offer. That's very possible here. Some of you may be graduating with the Three of Cups and Judgment. That may be happening too. If you're taking a very difficult exam, I see you passing this exam with flying colors. So a lot of good indicators here, but you are leaving something behind that I think wasn't working for you any longer. So that'll apply differently to each of you. But there is a wonderful new opportunity. If there are exams that you need to pass, you're going to pass them. You're going to get through whatever hurdles you need to get through in order to pivot into this new line of work. There may be some difficulties along the way here. This bottom row is pointing to things that may be a little challenging here. Nine of Swords, Five of Swords, and the Strength card. So don't be deterred if you have some hiccups along the way. Maybe I'm trying to think of what an example might be, but maybe you don't get the first job opportunity that you go for, but maybe it's the second or third one that opens up for you. So do not be deterred by any small difficulties that you have along the way. I'm sure they won't feel small at the time, but just know that you are destined to triumph over any difficulties here with the cards that are coming out in your reading. With the Hierophant here and the Strength card, this was your advice from Spirit, and Spirit is encouraging you to seek out a skilled mentor. I'm hearing for some of you, if there's somebody that you look up to from a professional standpoint, if you can approach that person for advice or coaching of some kind even, this may help you. If there's a professional that you respect who can assist you in your career journey, I think that person could be very helpful for you. They can help you overcome some of the difficulties I think that may be presenting themselves as you work your way along this new career path. So that is coming through in terms of advice. Also, your spirit team really wants you to stick with it. I think like everything in life, challenges are likely to occur along the way. And Spirit is coming through now to let you know they really want you to stick with it. Try to find solutions to any problems that arise in the pursuing of this particular career, because you have some really beautiful things to offer this line of work. Um, I think you could be very successful at it. And you have good instincts for it here with the Strength card as well. I think your core instincts are in line with the kind of work that you want to do. I do see a blessing here too with the Hierophant. That can be the card of blessing. So again, it's passing the test. It's permission granted. It's opportunities given. So a lot of positive things with the Hierophant. It's, somebody higher up giving you the green light, the go ahead to go forward. So that is looking positive for you. I asked to Spirit what they wanted to leave you with in this reading, or what kind of final kernel of wisdom Spirit has for you in terms of the next 12 months of your career. And they're showing me the Seven of Pentacles card. So I'm drawn back here with the welcome the new perspective coming to you. I think you will experience a perspective shift over this next 12 months with the figure kind of sitting at the top of the tree. That's not the usual place you find someone who's picking fruit from a tree. So, this individual is getting a new perspective on the orchard, and I think you'll be getting a new perspective on your career as you go forward. So, look out for any sort of reframes you may want to go through in terms of your career, how you make a living, what you do, who you work with. I suspect that this Five of Swords situation, whatever this difficult situation is that has you walking away from it, I think it's changing your mind about the kind of work that you do and how you do it and whom you work with. And Spirit is inviting you very much to, look at this with this new perspective, make adjustments that you need to in order to create a work life that is more in harmony with you and your gifts and your true nature. With the Seven of Pentacles card, too, Spirit is encouraging you to, really look after the fruits of your labor here. If you are earning a little money along the way, make sure you're putting some by for, scarcer times. You may be in a situation where, you need to just look out for the future. I think Spirit is encouraging here with the Seven of Pentacles. Take stock of what you have and what you can use to move you forward in your career path. And then when you do enter into a more lucrative situation, make sure you're putting some resources aside so that you have to use in the future here. And that also brings me, the nuthatch is a very resourceful bird. And I think this Seven of Pentacles, one of the more resourceful cards in the tarot. I think Spirit is encouraging resourcefulness both in changing career, getting new career opportunities, developing a new way of working. I see some innovation for you in career. And then finally, just be careful and planful about what you do with the resources that you get from your employment. All right, and then finally, to close off your reading, I'm going to choose a card for you from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. So let's see what your spirit team wants to bring forward for you for your career in the next 12 months. Let's see what they say. Next 12 months for Group 1, Spirit. Next 12 months for Group 1. All right, and the card that came out for you is Awakening, Energetic Upgrades, a New Way of Being, Integration. Energetic Upgrades, a New Way of Being, Integration. And this card sort of perfectly mirrors the Judgment card. This is often considered the card of awakening. So again, I think in this, all of these messages of innovation and doing things a new way and having a new perspective, I think you will be kind of waking up to a new way of working, a new way of contributing your talents to the world, and a new way of integrating, I think, all of the experiences you've had so far in your working life into a way that serves you and I think serves others in a more positive way. So that is the reading that I have for you, my pile ones. I hope you found this reading beneficial. Comment down below if this reading resonated for you. I would love to hear about it. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I wish you all the best in the next year ahead for you in career and in every sphere of life. May your day be filled with light, love, and boundless blessings, and I will see you in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. This is a look at your career over the next 12 months. So let's take a look at your cards and see what's ahead for your career. The card that you were drawn to in the intro is the feather of the finch, and it says, new opportunities and choices are opening to you now. Claim them. And this is really a bright, happy card. The finch is really bringing in a lot of abundance, a lot of joy. So with this card, I take that you're looking for a joyful new beginning. Maybe you've been on the lookout for a new opportunity, desiring a new opportunity. Maybe you even have a new opportunity before you now. But this card is speaking of joy, of abundance, of a lot of lightness and brightness. So I think the universe with this reading is inviting you to claim this joy and abundance that is definitely coming your way if it's not already presenting itself. So let's take a look at your first card here. And that is the Two of Swords. So this card is really interesting. It suggests that you are at a choice point. You may be choosing a new direction for yourself. You may be choosing, perhaps you're looking for a job at the moment you come across this reading, or you're thinking about making a career change or seeking a new opportunity or making some kind of choice relative to your working life. With this card, I'm getting a lot of, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Four of Cups card in tarot, but that card often speaks of feeling a little dissatisfied with the opportunities that are available, having a kind of meh feeling. I'm getting that energy with this card. So I don't know if what you're doing now, you're feeling maybe a little bit dissatisfied, like it's not fulfilling you. It's not really, lighting your light up. Lighting your life up, I should say. And so you're desiring something new, you're wanting to make a new choice, embark on a new path, perhaps, try something new. But it also suggests a little bit of a blockage here. The Two of Swords with, she's got her hand kind of over her heart space there as she's resting her chin on her hand. She's not really able to see ahead of her with the greenery of the hat kind of in her eyes. There's a couple of birds talking up there, which I always associate with gossip for some reason. That always just seems like two gossiping people on the top of the hat. So there may be some gossip going on in your life, not for all of you, but for some of you that may apply. Maybe this is a situation where there's some coworkers who are, I don't know, talking about you maybe in unfriendly ways. That's just a message for somebody out there. So anyway, let's go deeper into your reading and talk about it. But the Two of Swords suggests that you're looking to make a choice, you're wanting to make a choice, you're feeling kind of torn maybe between two life paths. And I think this is what the next year is going to bring for you. I think it's going to help you with this choice that you feel that you are making. All right, so I asked Spirit about what is your line of work, what is your career, and they showed me the Tower and the Nine of Pentacles. So this is really interesting because I think you really help people see the beauty in life. You help people to appreciate things. I got a number of various career scenarios. The first one out was remodeling. Maybe some of you are in a line of work where you help people remodel their spaces. So they're taking old spaces down and creating new, beautiful ones. For some of you, you may be in interior design. You help people create new environments through interior design. I'm even getting therapist for some of you. You may help people who, have this sense of having, maybe they feel they have lost it all, or, they've hit rock bottom, and you help them to regain their sense of beauty in life, their sense of appreciation for life and all the gifts that life brings. I'm drawn here to, we've got the finch here, and then she has this beautiful bird on her finger. So I really feel like you help connect people to this sort of lightness and joy that the finch represents. You have quite a few birds in your reading here, with the birds on the Two of Swords as well. So birds may be significant for you. Randomly, for some of you, I'm also hearing a therapist. Maybe you work with people. I'm hearing addictions, or I'm specifically hearing addictions, but there may be other kinds of, behavioral, family dynamic issues also. But I'm hearing, again, people who have kind of hit rock bottom, maybe their lives are falling apart, and you're able to work with them and help them rebuild their lives, help them see, what is beautiful about being a living being here on this planet. Um, so I hope one of those resonates with you. There could be other examples of this, but definitely the overall theme is assisting others to rebuild, assisting others to see beauty and joy and abundance in places where it may be difficult to identify that. So let's look at the events of the next 12 months for you. And Spirit is showing me something very specific here. The Page of Pentacles, again, is another card of opportunities. It's, it's this sense of new opportunities, feeling this sense of enthusiasm. I really do think something will be coming in for you over the next 12 months, or you'll be making a choice that you can feel very enthusiastic about, something that's going to light you up again, something you can look forward to tending to and growing. You do have possibilities for growth and expansion and playfulness and creativity. I'm seeing with this card too, with the child depicted here. There's a sort of a childlike enthusiasm and playfulness in this card. Very interesting, though, it comes on top of the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands, of course, is a very different energy. This is feeling tired, feeling like you've waited a very long time for results and you're not quite seeing them yet. And again, I think this is echoing the Two of Swords, of this not being able to see it. So you may be coming to this reading at a time where you've been at something for a long time. You may feel like you're not getting anywhere with it. You're not seeing results. Maybe, I'm noticing the torn shirt here that's been much mended. Maybe you feel like financial resources have dried up. You're wondering if you're even going to be able to make ends meet going forward. And Spirit is rushing in to say there is an opportunity coming for you. Don't give up yet. You don't see this beautiful new opportunity coming for you, as we saw in the Two of Swords here, but it is on its way. You've been doing the right thing. This period of growing resilience, I guess, has been a little bit of a spiritual test for you. Just, so that you can grow your resilience, so that you can learn to rely on your inner resources. But a fresh, new, wonderful opportunity is definitely going to be coming in for you in the next 12 months. I can't say with any amount of exactness when this will be, because it will be very different for all of you. But certainly within the next year, you're going to come out of this Nine of Wands phase where you're feeling, kind of at the end of your road, like you've been at it for a long time, you've been trying your hardest, You've been putting in effort and waiting patiently, and your patience is going to pay off here with your Page of Pentacles showing up in your reading. I did also ask Spirit for some advice for you going forward here in the next 12 months. And they're showing me the Three of Wands card here, which tells me that you may want to look elsewhere for opportunities. So, for example, if you're looking for work, you may want to look for work in another city, in another location. You may want to even look for work overseas, or maybe you want to look online for business. I don't get that strongly with the Three of Wands, but I'm definitely getting the principle of looking elsewhere. So, don't just look in your immediate environment for opportunities. Look further afield, Spirit is saying. Look out a little broader, stand up on your hind legs, get alert for opportunities that are maybe further afield or in different places than you're used to looking for opportunities showing up. With the Emperor card here, Spirit is being quite funny. I heard, look at you all large and in charge. So look at you all large and in charge. So you may be starting your own business. Maybe I'm getting a lot of independence with this reading, especially with the Nine of Pentacles showing here. This is often a card of, being independently employed, independently wealthy even. And that's echoed by the Emperor here. So you may be starting a business, maybe you're becoming self-employed. That won't apply for all of you. For some of you, you may be stepping into a position of authority. So maybe if you're looking for work, maybe, go up the ladder for your next position and look for something that, requires a bit more maybe a management kind of position, or something that requires a greater degree of responsibility, but in the best possible way, so that you're really showing off your talents. And you have perhaps the ability to manage a team here. I'm noticing all the figures below the Emperor. I also see for some of you, you're going to be connected to a lot of people somehow. What you do, I think, has the potential to influence a lot of people, the way this Emperor card is showing out here. And you do have some leadership qualities, I think, that you can use to your advantage here. So looking for leadership opportunities will be very important for some of you listening to this reading. But very beautiful. The Three of Wands, the Emperor, this does, again, point to some abundance, maybe some travel opportunities. The Three of Wands is a bit more grounded in terms of opportunities actually coming in than, for example, the Two of Wands is just a dreaming card. With the Three of Wands, you're actually, you can see the results of your efforts on the horizon. So I think, again, this sense of getting closer to your desired outcome in career here in the next 12 months, that's definitely going to be happening for you. And the Finch reminds you, new choices and opportunities are opening up for you. Finally, I asked Spirit, what kind of final words they would like to offer here to kind of sum up your reading. And interesting, we got the Ten of Wands in reverse. And I wanted to, take these cards upright. But the Ten of Wands it was very important that this card be reversed, because what they're telling me is releasing burdens. They want you to think of work in terms of releasing burdens. So you may be somebody who, and maybe owing to this current dissatisfaction you may be feeling with career, maybe you have taken on a lot of responsibility, and that may be weighing heavily on you. With this Nine of Wands card here, this can often be the sense of, feeling tired, feeling exhausted from too much responsibility. The spirit team is coming through and sharing with me. They want you to have a much more lighthearted approach to your career. They want you to look at making a living in terms of how can this be fun? How can this be enjoyable? How can this be delightful? How can we bring some lightness and levity and fun into our world? Make it make it a joyous experience making a living. It doesn't need to weigh you down. It doesn't need to be something that makes you feel sort of dried out and tired, and all of those qualities that lead to us not feeling very satisfied or fulfilled. They're really wanting you to lighten your load, to enjoy a livelihood that feels fun and engaging. With this Emperor card here and the Ten of Wands, I'm hearing hire a staff. Maybe some of you will be starting a business and they want you to employ others in your business so that you're able to free up your time to do what you love. And maybe if there are aspects of your business that you don't enjoy so much, you can delegate those responsibilities to others. That's certainly coming out with this placement here. So with the Ten of Wands, release all elements that you don't enjoy to other people, to people that do enjoy doing those things. If you're somebody who doesn't enjoy accounting, hire an accountant to take care of that part of the business for you so that you're freed up to do what you love, to bring in this joy, and to just enjoy your abundance and the skills that you have without feeling oppressed by all of the things pressing down on you. So I think in general, Spirit is saying a lot more lightness, a lot more frivolity, a lot more enthusiasm, eagerness, brightness ahead for you. To close out your reading, I'm just going to draw a Work Your Light Oracle card for you here for one final message from Spirit about your next year in your career. So let's see what Spirit wants to say. Oh, we got two cards for you. So Spirit says, the crumbling. What are you clinging onto? Oh my goodness. And that is an exact repeat of the Tower card that came out in your reading here. The crumbling. So are you clinging on to a job or a career that isn't working out for you? Spirit is showing you the Nine of Pentacles. If you let this go, you have great abundance and joy available to you. Of course, that's not always the easiest thing to hear, and I don't want to diminish the process of releasing something in any way. But do know, if you have been contemplating making a big change, letting something go, that there is a beautiful new horizon awaiting you. And then the second card that came out for you is the Age of Light. It says you've been training for this for lifetimes. So I think whatever new direction you're contemplating, whatever that looks like, I think it does carry, again, this high vibration, the sense of light and fun and joy and abundance. This is really, this might be part of your soul contract, bringing this to the earthly plane. So Spirit is encouraging you to step into it, see it as part of your soul's journey. This place where you're at now, where you're choosing, you might be at this fork in the road. This is really all part of your destiny, bringing you to greater light, greater joy, and greater abundance. All right, my beautiful pile 2, thank you so much for tuning into this reading. I wish you all the best with your career in the year ahead. It looks like you have some beautiful things coming in for you. So I hope you enjoy these wonderful new opportunities, and I look forward to hearing from you if you wish to share in the comments about what these new opportunities you think may be, or if they are already presenting themselves, what they are. Feel free to share that in the comments. Thank you again for being here. May your day be filled with light, love, and boundless blessings, and I will see you in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. This is your career guidance for the next 12 months. Welcome in. I'm so glad you're here with me today. Let's take a look at your cards and see what's ahead for you in your career life. The card that you were drawn to in the intro is the white eagle feather. Very spiritual bird, the white eagle. This card says, the connection to divine guidance is within you. So very spiritual, a lot of spiritual connection. You may be somebody who feels very tapped into spirit. I get the sense that you're a highly spiritual person, somebody who is awakened, somebody who really feels the presence of the divine working within your life. And this card certainly points to all of those things. So this may come into play in your working life, or perhaps you're building this into your working life. But very spiritual card to come out. It has a connection to the angelic realms as well. So you may be somebody who has a connection to the angels or feels connected to angels. Very beautiful card here, the white eagle. So let's take a look at your other cards. The first card out for you, again, represents this spiritual connection. You've got the Queen of Wands here. And this Queen of Wands, this sunflower, represents kind of bringing spirit down into the earthly plane. So again, I feel that you're a very spiritual person. You're somebody that takes your spiritual guidance and anchors it into the 3D realm. Very spiritually guided person. Also, this represents somebody who is quite artistic. You may relate to being artistic. This can be somebody who has quite an independent nature, quite a passionate nature. This is often a very joyous kind of person, very friendly, very outgoing, a light-filled kind of being. You may be somebody who resonates with a lot of levity, a lot of light, a lot of joy. Those may be important qualities for you in your life. You may be somebody who brings that or endeavors to bring that into the lives of others as well, this light, this joy, this beauty, sharing that with humanity at large. And you kind of act as a conduit for spirit, basically, to bring these qualities to other beings here on earth. So let's look more in depth here at your cards. I did ask Spirit what your line of work was, or what your line of work is, I should say. And they showed me the Knight of Cups here and the Three of Cups. So with these cards, first of all, that heart really stood out for me. So I think you may be a very heart-centered person. Again, there's a lot of passion in your reading, so you may feel very passionate about what you do. I'm hearing medical profession for some of you. Maybe some of you work in the medical field, in healthcare somehow. Some of you, I'm getting movement. So I'm hearing yoga teacher. I'm hearing also meditation teacher with that lotus flower. So you may be a spiritual teacher of some kind. You may help people connect to their heart. I'm hearing therapist as well. We've had therapists show up in all three of the readings. So if you've listened to other readings, you've heard me say that as well. So a lot of therapists represented by, the Three of Cups can often represent family dynamics, more than groups of more than one person. So a therapist will, help people sort of navigate the relationships in their life through their heart center. Also, for some of you, the Three of Cups can be associated with new additions to the family. So some of you may be midwives, or maybe you work in a medical capacity to help bring new births into the world, or perhaps you work with adoption somehow. This could even be adoption of children. It could even be adoption of pets. So helping families grow. Beautiful, lots of beautiful professions represented here. And I'm not surprised that you're tapped into the angels here, because I think the work that you do, again, very heart-centered, requires a lot of compassion and just a lot of heart intelligence, I would say, deep deep and profound sort of heart strength, heart compassion, heart intelligence in the line of work that you do. What I'm seeing for the events of the next 12 months is the Seven of Swords here and the Ten of Cups. And I'm getting a couple of different scenarios with this card combination. Again, we talked about new additions to the family. And I'm seeing that replicated in the Seven of Swords. This card in particular with these nest eggs, and she's holding the egg very close to her chest. That always brings to mind, you know, these kind of motherly behaviors. That's not traditionally associated with the Seven of Swords, but in this image particularly, that comes out for me as a reader. So I think, you know, in the Ten of Cups being the card of happy partnerships, happy homes, some of you may be maybe making a strategic exit from your current place of employment so that you can maybe welcome a new child into your home or welcome a new member of your household. But you may be wanting to step away from work. Maybe you want to be a stay-at-home mother. So I do see you I'm hearing making a strategic exit so that you can fulfill your dreams of a happy home life. I think you're craving a happy home life here with the Ten of Cups coming out for you. That may be very possible. For others of you, if you're not welcoming a child or a new pet or a new family member, and not wanting to spend more time at home, I am still hearing exit, very much exit. So maybe you work in an organization right now, and you know maybe you're wanting to leave and strike out on your own. Perhaps you want to work from home here with this Ten of Cups card coming out. But I am hearing strategic exit, whether that's for family reasons or just to maybe work on your own or enjoy more time at home. I did ask Spirit for some advice around your career for the next 12 months. And we're shown the Nine of Wands and the Three of Wands. So again, all this Wands passion coming through. Wands is also that connection from Spirit, anchoring the divine into earth. So that is really figuring very largely in your reading here. But what I'm hearing with the Nine of Wands card, Spirit does not want you to stay in any situation that is not fulfilling for you. Some of you may be, again, I mentioned working in an organization. That's just not completely fulfilling for you. You have other dreams, other needs that are not being met perhaps in this working environment. And Spirit doesn't want you to stay in any kind of state where you're not being paid enough or you're working long hours and you're feeling exhausted. That can be represented by the Nine of Wands. And Spirit would very much like to see you make a strategic exit from any situation that is creating this in your life. So if there is a work scenario where you're, feeling exhausted from work, not being paid enough, so feeling the stresses of financial strain, Spirit would like you to look for new opportunities here. Again, that strategic exit is coming to mind. We've got the Three of Wands. So this is, looking out on the horizon for new opportunities, new solutions to how you can make money, how you can provide a living for yourself. You may have to look for non-traditional ways of making money here with the Three of Wands card, and I see her back turned to the city. I'm also really drawn to her braids here and the hair here. So I get the sense, are you weaving sort of three things together? You've got the Three of Cups here. I'm not sure completely what that means, but that may resonate for some of you. Weaving three things together, three things being woven together. That just came through randomly. But certainly with this card, it's looking for new opportunities, looking for new solutions, looking for how you can bring this passion that you have. We see that you do this very heart-centered work. How can you lend those gifts to your community, but maybe it's, to a new community. Maybe it's bringing these gifts to a new community that is maybe in a different location from where you currently are. All right, and then I asked Spirit to sum up your reading here for us so we can kind of see where this is headed. And I've got a few things going on with these summary cards here. We've got the King of Wands, and it's interesting. We started with the Queen of Wands, so definitely a progression here. And the Hermit card, which is a major arcana. So this is a big change that you're looking at here in the year ahead. For some of you, I am seeing a divine partnership. Again, won't apply to everyone, but we've got the Queen of Wands here and the King of Wands, and you have this beautiful 10 of Cups, happy home, happy family card, and you have these suggestions of pregnancy and new family members. So some of you over the next year may be meeting your divine counterpart and starting a new family with this person, or maybe you're even welcoming in a new family member over the next year. And I think this is going to change your work setup as a result. You may want to spend more time at home with your new child or your new spouse or your new partner. Whomever this person is, I think they may change the way that you want to structure your work life. So that won't apply to everyone, but for some of you, I do see a divine partnership coming in that will indeed change the way that you manage your work life and will open up new possibilities for you. For others of you, I see you maybe growing in terms of your your faculties, your skills, your passions. I see you maybe stepping up in this regard. And for some of you, I do see solo employment indicated here with the Hermit card coming out and the King of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is a very independent character. So for some of you, this reading is strongly pointing to independent employment, taking your passion and creating a career for yourself out of your passion, whatever that passion is. It may indeed be spiritual work for some of you. For others of you, it can be anything from an alternative healthcare modality to a therapy work, whatever your chosen field is. The Hermit does suggest independence. And with this image in particular, I see you standing head and shoulders above the competition here. And you've got the King of Wands, which is a card of real mastery, of real, the ability to sort of direct your life and take charge of situations, make things happen. And this Hermit and this image of the person perched high on whatever that structure is. I see you really standing out, being a standout professional in your own capacity here. I'm noticing her fishing rod there in the image, so I think you're going to be able to make a very decent living as an independent practitioner, a solopreneur, whatever your chosen field is. I think you will have luck bringing in sufficient resources that way. And I think it's going to give you the kind of home life that you crave. So that is what's coming through in your cards, pile 3. To close out your reading, I'm going to take one final card here from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. Let's see what Spirit would like to bring through for you as a final message for your career in the next 12 months. Show me Group 3, career in the next 12 months, Spirit. Okay, so this one, it says, deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, and be held. So again, this is echoing for me some of these messages that we're seeing here. Spirit is suggesting, you may be very tired here with this 9 of Wands. You may feel that your current livelihood is wearing you out. You may be experiencing some burnout. And the Ten of Cups is indicating that you need more time in an environment that is very restful, is very loving, is very supportive. So this deep replenishment, I think, is very much in line with your needs for the next year in terms of your career, retreat, rest, and be held. For some of you with this divine partnership, I do see you being held by this individual, feeling supported, feeling nourished. And for some of you also, um, this sense of holding, teaching people to rest is maybe what you do in your line of work as well. Maybe you offer kind of a sanctuary experience for people. I'm thinking in terms of, meditation teachers, yoga teachers, people who help others to calm the mind, calm the nervous system, get in touch with their bodies, get in touch with their inner souls, and retreat to the inner sanctuary so that they may enjoy a more fulfilling life. All right, my pile three, that is the message that I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading here today. I'm grateful to have you watching the video. I'm grateful for your time and attention. May your day be filled with light, love, and boundless blessings, and I look forward to seeing you in the next reading. Thank you.